What's going on, my good people? This your boy Life Up the Entertainer, here to bring you some action between Texas Southern and Alabama State University. Ooh, this is going to be an interesting powerhouse battle, man. Look, all I gotta say is Texas Southern is known for that power, man. That's a band that has interesting song selections. They interesting band this season. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's a real spicy take on them. Now on the other hand, Alabama State been smashing majority of this year, man. So I have no true complaints from them on their end. They got emojis by their name for a reason. The reason why they got trophies by their names is because they had some good field shows, and the arm emojis because they've been handling business in the stands. So all these things play a factor. So I do not know what to expect in this battle, but I'm hoping that both bands do great. Okay? Now, before we get into the action, I would like to help y'all understand there's no favoritism involved at all. Alright? Please check your attitudes at the door. This is my opinion. Now, I'm going to say this thoroughly. I'm going to say it throughout the video. This is my first response to their arrangements and them messing up or sounding clean. Okay? I'm not going to sit here and rewind the clip over and over again to listen for missing parts. Y'all getting my first raw initial reaction to the songs. Okay? So I wanted to put that out there for people who be like, oh, well, you missed this. How can you say it about this band? I don't want to hear that shit in the comments. I'm just going to be 100 with you. Okay? This is just my opinion, raw and uncut. It's just one of me, okay? It is just one of me, alright? So, but, we got a lot to grade, so I will recommend y'all sit tight, get y'all some popcorn, and enjoy the content. And if you're new to the channel, please consider liking and subscribing, alright? So, look to the cards next to me so you know we'll be grading for 0 quarter, okay? For 0 quarter, we're grading sound selection, power, articulation, arrangement, and overall cleanness. Maximum points they can make altogether is 45. In 0 quarter, it can get very chaotic. If both bands play at the same time, we won't count that round. Also, if a band plays a spirit song, we're not going to count that song. We're going to count that song, but it's not going to be graded as high as it could have been because I'm expecting something from their book, It says a whole lot about your band if you can play stuff out of your catalog versus you playing something that's tradition to your school. What's a spirit song? A spirit song is basically something that's tied into the area of that school, something that requires them playing it for a couple years or plus. So, a good example of that is, JSU Rock the House. They've been playing that for decades, right? So, same concept. So these are things to think about over time. Sometimes they have traditional songs for football players coming onto the field. Those things are also considered spirit songs, okay? So their grades kind of reflect on what they play. Now, if they don't pull out any spirit songs, you don't have to worry about that. But if they do, they can also replace it with another strong song if they have the option to, all right? That's only if the band is ahead. Now, with that being said, I'm going to shut up and let's get into the action. Shout out to Killer Kev. Texas Southern. Oh, man. Yes, indeed. Man, sound selection is 5, power is 10, articulation is 10, arrangements 10, cleanness is a 10. They got a 45. Whew, that's a nice way to start the zero quarter right there. They sounded good. They didn't play out of pocket. They did everything they were supposed to. That's what I like to hear right there. That's what I like to hear right there. Woo. Texas Southern. Moving on.
Most producers
Gonna warm up. We don't count warm-ups, by the way. Or corrals. But marches. We do great marches. Oh man, they went Super Saiyan in this thing, man. Woo. I gotta give one little small minor critique, but they still did good, man. One thing I would say is that you gotta make sure you don't sneak in too early. That's all I gotta say. But you know, it wasn't bad at all. It was not bad at all. Whew. Texas Southern coming with that heat. Texas Southern said they came to play. They said they came to play. Oh, shit. Alright, moving on. Alright, Alabama State, it's on you, dog. us a battle on our hands. We got us a battle on our hands, fam. Woo. Yeah, fam. We got us a battle. We got us a battle. Ooh, y'all better watch out, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna be one of them battles. Woo. Alright, moving on. Oh man, they on Super Saiyan Blue God in this thing, man. Ooh, Texas Southern on some shit this year, man. They own something to this one, dog. Ooh, shit. Hey, look. I think this is the cleanest I have heard them sound majority of this season. Like, I'm not even gonna stun on that, man. To me, this is kind of remind me when they was at the, Pepsi. So for me to say that, they on tapped in, dog. Woo! They on tapped in. You know, I think another thing too to highlight too, also is that the stadium is different. Bands sound different in certain stadiums. You know what I'm saying? So it could be a peripheral thing as well. I think how Texas Southern Stadium is set up, you can't really see anybody. If you down low, you have to look down. And if you pointing your horn up, it's hard to look down and see what your director's doing. So, hey, sometimes that could mess up some bands. But I'm expecting a lot of good things in this performance right here. That's all I gotta say. Texas Southern, man. Let's go. arrangement, fam. Oh man, they went Super Saiyan as well, man. Oh man, look here, we got us a battle in zero quarter. I think this is one of the best zero quarters I've seen this season. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is one of them type of quarters, man. One of the best ones I've seen. That's a compliment. That's a humongous compliment, man. Woo. They came with that destruction, dog. Yeah, let's go. Moving on. Oh man. Oh my goodness. Oh man. If I was to give it any type of critique, just make sure that you just don't come in too early. That's it. Play and see. But for the majority, they were smashing. So I can't get mad at that. I can't get mad at that at all. Yeah. They ate their Wheaties. Texas Southern's ate their Wheaties for this battle, dog. They've been waiting. Ooh, shit. Okay. Yeah, this is one of them. Alright, moving on. that one. Gotta give him that one. Alright. They went Super Saiyan Blue God on that one. Yeah, this is an interesting battle right here. This is an interesting battle right here. Yeah. Moving on.
If you're a beginner, this will...
This is what I mean by the zero quarter gets chaotic. Give it a grade. Not mad at it at all. Oh man. They went Ultra Instinct as well, man. Oh shit. Oh my gosh. We got one more round left to zero quarter. Let's see what we're gonna see. it's going to be interesting. Fifth quarter. Alrighty. So, who won zero quarter? Alright. It was an interesting battle between both bands. I really enjoyed zero quarter. I can't give it a decisive dub for either band, so it's a tie in zero quarter in my opinion. Okay? I feel like they were both evenly matched in zero quarter. Okay? So it's definitely going to come down to halftime and fifth quarter. Halftime can make a difference. It can make a humongous difference, okay? So I would like to let y'all know this too before people get butthurt in their feelings again, okay? I want to thoroughly let y'all understand that halftime does matter, okay? I'm going to say it again. Halftime does matter. I'm grading the overall. Not just singular, but I'm grading the overall, okay? So, if a band leads in halftime, that might be it, okay? Especially if it's a close fifth, all right? So I really want to thoroughly put that out there. Things can change in the fifth as well. A band might start falling off or dying off because they're not prepared for consistency. But as of right now, we're talking about halftime. Why does it matter? Because the majority, not band heads, but the majority watch halftime, okay? And they make their decision based off of halftime, not fifth quarter, okay? So, I'm giving to you raw and uncut, all right? So, with that being said, if you like what you're seeing, please consider liking and subscribing. Please be a part of this family. It means so much to me, okay? So, with that being said, we're moving on to halftime, okay? So, you know, I got my expectations. I'm going to explain that in a little bit, but just bear with me. I'm glad that y'all been sitting with me. If y'all started from the beginning of the video, kudos to you. Alright? Kudos to you. Alright? So, look to the cards next to me so you know we'll be grading. We're going to be grading entrance, songs, formation, dancers, breakdown, and overall creativity. Maximum points they can make all together is 25. With their creative, it can round it to a possible 30 if they do something unique or death-defying on the field. Alright, this is count two. So they decide to diss Alabama State. Alabama State decides to diss Texas Southern. You kind of get what I'm getting at. Alright, so I do not know what to expect out of this field show. You know, Texas Southern, you know, they had some hit and misses for me in halftime. So made me a believer in this field show. That's all I have to say. So with that being said, please don't get in your feelings about my opinion. There's nothing but love here. Alright. Expectations, alright? So, formations, I'm expecting 8 to 5 to be there, step-offs to be there, and I'm expecting symmetry to look right, alright? Entrance, I'm expecting the entrance to look clean, nothing looks out of place. Songs, if the band is stationary and not marching, and they sound muddy while they stationary, I would dock off on that. Dancers, I'm expecting the stunts to look clean, nothing to look out of place while they performing. Okay. Breakdown. I'm expecting at least 3 breakdown features from the band. At least 3 breakdown features from the band. So that can be the make or break you situation right there. If they really put that energy or time into carrying this field show. Alright. So that can definitely make a difference. That's all I have to say. Okay. So with that being said, I'm going to shut up. Let's get into the action. Texas Southern's first.
You've been waiting for. It's showtime. Get ready as the baddest man in the sweat. paying much attention because we know what you're talking out of the side of your neck.
Very clean. We had some minor exercise on the last row, second to last row. Just very minor though. Some minor step-off issues here. Step-off issues again. So got some step-off issues. Some 85 issues going on. Some step-off issues. Some step-off issues. It's killing them. Ooh. Ooh.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching a dynamic sports championship.
kind of confused on the dance moves. And they in the front row. But they're gonna spell something. That buzzkill. That buzzkill, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Oh man, the message behind it too though, because they the Hornets, buzz, kill. You get it? Oh wow, that's crazy. Alright, so let's give it a grade. Alright. Well, it's not a perfect field show. Alright, but I can give my honest critique on that. Alright, so creativity, I'm gonna give them a 5. Okay? Entrance, I'm gonna give them a 5. Songs, I'm gonna give them a 5. Dancers, I'm gonna give them a 5. Formations, I'm gonna give them a 2. Breakdown, I'm gonna give breakdown a 3. Okay? Alright. So it definitely had some moments in there that was entertaining, but there was some stuff that needs to be sprucing up a lot. And I'm gonna explain what that is in just a second. They got a 25, was not a passing grade for me on this one. Alright? So, when it comes down to formations, the step-offs was killing y'all through a majority of y'all field show. From the beginning to end, close to the end to your drill, it was a lot of step-off issues. There was some people who actually forgot your drill. So, you kind of get what I'm getting at on that. Sometimes these formations can get difficult. Yes, I get it. But I feel also as if, if they need to rectify those issues with stepping off an 8 to 5, they need to rectify that because people can tell. All right. As far as the breakdown is concerned, I probably could have gave it a 4 at least. But the only reason why I didn't give it a 5 or a 4 is because they was missing one breakdown feature for me at least. They needed one more to carry for me at least. And also, there were some people who did not put any energy, did not know what they were doing, and it was not clean. Okay? So those factors played a big factor in why y'all didn't get a 4 in that. Okay? So, you know, I'm expecting a little bit more from Texas Southern because I saw them put up a better field show last field show I saw them. So I'm a little slightly disappointed in them on this one. But, you know, it is what it is on that one. All right. So they got a 25 on this field show. Okay. Not bad. But I would definitely recommend, you know, y'all really fix on that. Okay. So we're moving on to Alabama State. All right. So if you made it this far in the video without clicking off or skipping ahead, shout out to you. That means you need to subscribe if you're not. All right, so we're moving on to Alabama State's field show. You know, this is a tough band to beat on the field. So let's see if they make any hiccups so Texas Southern can capitalize. All right, let's see what's up.
In the land, let me hear you say, yeah, 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 State. Yeah, 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 State. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Dr. Clinton Ross, President of Alabama State University, Dr. Wendy Goldman, Dean of the College of Visual and Performing Arts, and Dr. Carly Johnson, Chair of the Department of Music Ordination, we proudly present to you the Alabama State University Mighty Marching Hornets! Drum major, Marilyn Bozon, Anthony Sumbry, Cameron Johnson, and head drum major, Nazareth Martin. Taking the field, ladies and gentlemen, the first TXSU marching band to perform in the Rose Bowl Stadium. You've seen them on A&E, Aspire, and Lifetime. Ordination, put your hands together for the Alabama State University Mighty Marching Hornets! At this time, ladies and gentlemen, the Mighty Marching Hornets do ask that all members of the U.S. Armed Forces stand. now, it's our beautiful and sensational Stingettes. Often imitated, but never ever duplicated. It's our biggest dance watch called the Double Time. Now sit back, One Nation, as we play two about Cardi B, Beyonce, Joy, NBA Youngboy, and so much more. One Nation, if you're ready to turn up with the Hornets, make some noise! Let's get to it like state. Let's get to it like state. Let's get to it like state. Let's show them how we get down. One Nation. Them Tigers can't do it like us. Yeah. Let me hear you say, hey, honey, please. Make some noise.
Whew. Oh man, they don't got that perfect 30. They don't got that perfect 30, ladies and gentlemen. Oh shit. I expected nothing less from them, man. I expected nothing less from them. They really put that work in from start to finish. A perfect 30, ladies and gentlemen. A perfect 30. Look, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. Alabama State this year has been consistently, for the majority, making perfect 30s this season. That says a lot, okay? That says a lot. That's a tough band to beat on the field. That's a tough band to beat on the field, ladies and gentlemen. Consistency. That's one thing I really want to put out there. Consistency. They taking their time with their field shirt and making sure it's there. A lot of bands struggle trying to get it there. So, whew, that was nice. That was nice. So, as we speak right now, current standings, all right? At halftime, zero quarter was a tie, but halftime it's a 5-point difference, okay? I have to give the edge to Alabama State right now. Alabama State is up by 5 points. Counted 5 points, all right? So, with that being said, if you rocking with your boy, please consider liking and subscribing. It means so much to me. I also would like to add as well that I have a membership program. I will go into detail more about the membership program, but I'm here to tell you that your voice does matter, and if you become a member, you have perks, and I will have certain voting polls for y'all to participate in to help control how content is graded as well, So, if you want to make a difference in this channel, please consider being a member. I need at least 5 members in order for me to do an official voting poll, okay? So, that's what's going to make a difference in this channel. If you don't like my scale, that's fine. Become a member and make a difference. That's all I have to say. All right? But also, you have other perks too. You get to watch past battles and watch drumline battles, etc. So, you have that option as well. So, there's a lot of perks in there, but please click on that video if you're interested in doing that. It's only $2 a month, okay? So, if you want to still donate to the channel and contribute and still show some love, I will still give you a special shout out. All you have to do is just hit that thank you tab below. All proceeds will go to me affording YouTube Premium, okay? I don't know if you realize this or not, but when we was in this video in zero quarter and a little bit of the halftime for Texas Southern, random commercials have popped up. So with me having YouTube Premium, that take care of me not having to worry about any commercials pop up. And I think a Showtime Web recently just had something with the bitrate issue, and you have to be YouTube Premium to have the perfect bitrate. And we don't have to worry about that. But you get what I'm saying. Your donations count. You being a member count. So please do that. Okay. I'm so serious. I will give you the utmost respect and a special shout out. So it means so much to me. Okay? So, we in some territory when people in fitness can get real sensitive. Alright? We in 5th quarter. Alright? So, all I have to tell y'all is that, this is plain cut and dry. This is my initial reaction, so don't shoot your boy. Okay? So, what are we grading? We're grading song selection, power, articulation, arrangement, and overall cleanness. Maximum points they can make all together is 50. Now, there's no spirit songs in 5th quarter. I'm expecting their books to be there. I'm expecting to be wild. I'm expecting to be on the edge of my seat in 5th quarter. So I'm expecting them to bring that heat. Okay? Now, I'm going to say this before we click on this video. I'm not grading how strong an arrangement is. Some people grade bands differently on how strong an arrangement is. I'm not grading how strong the arrangement is. I'm grading the execution of the arrangement. Okay? I don't care what song they played. I'm grading how good it sounds. If it sounds like shit, it sounds like shit. Okay? So, with that being said, don't get in your feelings because I missed something either. It's just me doing a clean run through, okay? If I see mistakes later, that's on me, but I'm not gonna sit here and rewind the video and make this band video 3 hours to 4 hours long because I'm sitting here rewinding, critiquing small parts. It's a clean run through. This is my opinion. So if I miss it, I miss it. But if I hear it, I hear it. All right. So that's my honest opinion on this battle. Okay. So don't shoot the messenger because I don't want to hear it later in the comments. All right. So let's get to it. Texas Southern's first. Give that shit a Ric Flair moment. Woo! Oh my God. Can you say power? Oh shit. Oh my gosh. If I was to give one minor critique, make sure the high breasts don't stick out when you hitting those small hits. Just make sure y'all attack together. But Texas Southern, they came with that heat. They came with that heat. They said they ready to put the belt to ass. Let's go. Moving on. They said they ready to put the belt to ass. Oh shit. Oh, that's an AKO. Did y'all hear that run? Give that shit a Ric Flair moment. Woo! Oh my gosh. Yo. Yo. Yo, that is crazy. Yo. Damn. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, fam. Woo. Wow. Damn near cried on that one, bruh. Oh shit. Wow, that's crazy. Alright, Texas Southern. Let's go. Gotta get some water for that shit. Damn. Get that shit a Ric Flair moment. Woo! Oh my gosh, that pen, fam. Oh wow. Yes, Texas Southern. Oh man. I gotta drink some more water for this shit. This getting good. This getting real good. Oh man. They don't want Super Saiyan as well. I was not expecting that from Texas Southern for a response, but a damn good response too. Damn, that was wild. Was not expecting that at all, and it was good. I love that arrangement. Wow. Alabama State's response is gonna be everything, so I don't know. Okay, Texas Southern, that was dope. That was dope. I like that. Oh shit, this is getting good. This makes me happy to be a bandhead because of shit like this.
We're gonna do some recording while I
always get at a grade. All right. So, was expecting more from them on that one, actually. I thought it was going to be a better response. So, song selection, I'm giving them an 8. Powers, 10. Articulations, 10. Arrangements, 10. Cleanness, I'm going to give them an 8 as well. There were some off-tempo issues on here, like with the percussion in the band. And the low brass and the high brass, it's like all three elements was clashing in the beginning of the song. Now, when it got close to the end of the song, they started syncing up better, but it was not synced up. Also, tubas needed to be a little bit cleaner with their tubers, their tuba break, etc. Even in the beginning, it just was not clean, you know. So, you know, this just that alone made it a 1 point difference. That alone made that a 1 point difference. Yeah. That changed that turned the tides right there. That turned the tides in this battle. They got a 46. Yeah. Moving on. Wow. Woo. That's all I gotta say is just wow. Man, that was Super Saiyan Blue God, but good God, man. That was a long arrangement, but that was a very technical arrangement, dog. Very technical, man. Very technical, man. Woo. Look, the only thing I'm going to say that's going to help Alabama State in this battle right here, with this response, they got to give me a slow jam. I got to hear some more runs. Don't give me no power tune. That's going to hurt y'all again. I need y'all to play some smooth. They kind of like, kind of compensate what they did. Because that right there, they pen was all over that damn thing. Yeah. Yeah. They pen was all over that thing, fam. Oh my gosh. Alright. Moving on. People gonna hate, but look, I need y'all to come with it. I'll take it. Alright. Let's get at a grade. Alright now. Alright, song selections 10, powers 10, articulations 10, arrangements 10, cleanness I'm giving them an 8. So they got a 48 for that one. Alrighty. Now, with those two songs, Texas Southern is up by 1 point now. Texas Southern is up by 1 point now. High brass needs to be worked on with the runs, definitely. And when it got to the tuba break, the tuba breaks need to be a little cleaner. They started getting sloppy on me. Alright? So that hurt them in this. Alright? So Texas Southern's up by 1 now. Woo! That's a dramatic shift. Moving on. That's a dramatic shift. Ultra Instinct in this thing. Oh, shit. Oh, man. They went Ultra Instinct in this thing. Oh, shit. Texas Southern ate their Wheaties, bruh. Oh, shit. This is going to be an interesting fifth now. Alrighty. Woo. Not to hit Ultra Instinct, man. Oh, shit. Moving on. Ooh. Alrighty. Give that shit a Ric Flair moment. Woo! Oh my gosh, that was cool. That was crucial, fam. Alright, song selections 10, powers 10, articulations 10, arrangements 10, cleanness, I'm gonna give them a 9. Alright? Almost a perfect. Okay? There was some small parts up in there that need to be fixed just a little bit. More so, and there's some sections in there that just need to be a little bit sprucing up just a tad bit. Just a smidget. Now, I would give it a perfect, but it was just missing just that extra oomph of cleanness. You know what I'm saying? It's just like right there. It's right there. Like, some runs can be just slightly cleaner. So yeah, almost a perfect on that one. Moving on. Woo. Woo. That power, fam. That power, fam. Look, almost a perfect, man. Trumpers in the beginning of the song was hanging over. Okay, I gotta say that, and it was some parts that could be a little bit cleaner. There's a little parts that can be cleaner with the high brass as well. So it's like, like I was talking about earlier, you got to tack together with some parts when the high brass kind of overdid it, just a slight bit. But also in the beginning, they was hanging over in the beginning, definitely. So, but almost a perfect. Almost a perfect. Moving on.
In the Win with Zen sweeps.
Oh man, that was nice. That was nice right there. Alabama State, ladies and gentlemen. Oh. Alabama State can get going on some stuff, don't they, man? Woo. Cool them down. Dog. Moving on. Texas Southern, ladies and gentlemen. Texas Southern, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! They came with it. Woo! Woo! Oh shit. Moving on. Like that's the last round. Yeah, that's the last round for Texas Southern. Alabama State's gonna close this out. Sound selection's 10, power's 10, articulation's 10, arrangement's 10, cleanness, I'm gonna give them a 9. Almost or perfect. There's some spots that need to be rounded off a little bit better. Tuba's definitely close to the end. Y'all gotta still play together. Y'all can't get sloppy on me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta stay on top of that. There was also a part up in there when they can be a tad bit cleaner as far as cutting off as well. Okay? So that's why I feel like, it was almost a perfect. It's some parts that just need to be rounded off just a tad bit better. Alright? Moving on. I'm gonna give us one more and we're gonna be done. Let's get at a grade. Almost a perfect. Oh, man. Other thing I gotta say is about that is just, it's still some parts that need to be rounded off. There's some small little runs here and there. As far as them attacking together, that's another issue as well on this one. I don't know if they were just ready to go home or what, but a lot of that too, I feel like they have some attacking issues on that one. Okay, let's be personally. All right. So I think that's the battle, ladies and gentlemen. I think that's the battle. Yep. Let's give it a grade. So, who won this battle? Alright? We got some calculations we got to do, man. Okay? We got some calculations we got to do. But I will tell y'all this before we even get to the overall grade, Please do not get in your feelings about these grades. If you skipped all the way to the end, shame on you. Watch the battle. Okay? Watch the battle. If you skipped ahead and you want to come straight to the comment section and you don't have no valid reason to tell me something and I kind of corrected you already, I don't want to hear it. Man, look, at the end of the day, it's nothing but love here. I want the best for both bands, but we got to have some honesty too. All right? So, this is my verdict, ladies and gentlemen. Let me calculate these grades up and we're going to get to you. So we're going to start with Texas Southern's grade, okay? By the way, it was a tie and 0 quarter, so we're going to calculate from halftime all the way to field so we can see who truly won, all right? So we're going to start off with Texas Southern's grade. Texas Southern's grade is 324. Let's see what Alabama State's looking like. $322. Alrighty. Texas Southern 324, Alabama State 322. Ladies and gentlemen, it was a 2-point difference. Texas Southern won this battle, ladies and gentlemen. Alright? So, to give accolades and where fair shakes do, 0 quarter, it was a tie in my scale. Halftime, I had Alabama State up, so I had Alabama State technically spoken won halftime. When it came down to 5th quarter, it was a dramatic shift in the points. And I had to give it to Texas Southern. Texas Southern pulled out a shocker, okay? So all I gotta say for people who Alabama State, hey, every dog got their day. So look, it is what it is, but Texas Southern definitely won this battle. All right. So my critiques on this battle and why I say Texas Southern won this battle. Okay. Even though Texas Southern had a hard time in halftime, they was able to capitalize in fifth quarter because there was some. They had the right type of selections, number one, and they also sounded cleaner than Alabama State. All right, I'm just gonna be 100 with you. Texas Southern had the cleaner pen this time. All right, and that's what held them over. With me grading them, I think the only song that they needed a little work on was their second to last song. They were smashing majority of the fifth. For Alabama State, however, they did great in halftime. They did, but when it came down to fifth, it kind of had a dramatic change. Like the second song, they hurt themselves on that. The response that Texas Southern gave in that second one, that was not the response for them to utilize. I was expecting something slow and more complicated, and that probably would have got them through with that, at least a higher grade than that. But also, it was not as clean as it could have been, too. Okay, so I heard Alabama State sound way cleaner than this. All right? I don't know if they wanted just to go home or what, but I heard them sound way cleaner than this. All right? Now, if I want to give some critique on Texas Southern, the only critique I have to give them as far as, halftime, they got to really work on the step-offs, dog. Y'all got to get that step-offs together. Last week when I saw y'all did pretty good. Y'all got a passing grade. This week, y'all did not have a passing grade. So y'all slacking on that 8 to 5 and y'all step off. So y'all need to rectify that ASAP. Okay? That's all I have to say as far as critiquing y'all. But pretty much y'all handled business, so y'all came out with that dub. So congratulations, Texas Southern. Alright? So, again, ladies and gentlemen, please don't get in your feelings about these grades. Okay? It's nothing but love here. Before I end the video, I want to give a special shout out to my channel members. Without y'all make this channel great. Thank y'all so much for being a part of the membership program. Every time I see y'all be a part of this family or respond and everything, means a lot to me, So please do that. If you want to be a part of the membership program, please do so. You get perks and benefits, and you can request. So I'm just saying, why not, So, but I'm finna get up out of here, man. Like I tell you always, deuces.